Hey guys, what's going on? It's Coach Callum. Normally I'm at Strong. Today I am in my garage. Uh, what we have for you today, we're just going to do a quick demonstration or a quick explanation of how to properly use your core to keep yourself safe, to keep your lower back safe and your hips safe, and to get sort of more out of your strength training by properly bracing your core. So a lot of the time when we say like brace your core, people sort of think like, okay, I'm gonna like crunch down, that kind of thing. And while that is a function, I suppose, of the core, that's not necessarily the way that we want you to do it in order to keep yourself safe and to actually get the most out of the exercises that you're doing. So this is bracing for compound movements, and this is basically how I want you to think about engaging those muscles so that you're getting the most out of your squatting, deadlifting, bench pressing, lunging, really is planking, whatever. Anything that you're doing that requires bracing your core, this is how I want you to think about it. So your core is comprised of three kind of main muscles on the front that you can think of as your abs. Two, I guess. And then one that's kind of deep, and then a lot of the muscles that run up and down the sort of backside or your spine, right? So we've got the oblique muscles, which basically do two functions. They can either help you bend laterally, or they can help you rotate. We've got the rectus abdominis, which is that sort of 6 or 8 pack muscle, which is on the front, which basically just allows you to crunch up and down. We've got a deeper one that's called the transverse abdominis. So transverse, that muscle basically just wraps your organs. So that's going to sort of create this almost belt sort of feeling underneath those two surface level abs. And then the muscles that are along your spine are like your erector spine, and your sort of lats are involved in your core as well, but that's sort of more for another video. So what I want you to think about here, we're just going to get right into it, but I want you to sort of do this with me and follow along. So I want you to imagine that you're taking a pee. Now that you're taking a pee, I want you to stop it midstream. And what you should feel there is kind of like some muscles that are sort of deeper, sort of in the bottom of your abdominal region. And what I want you to do with that feeling is sort of find it, feel that area, and now try and pull up on that. And what you should feel is it's kind of like your front of your hips are pulling up and under a little bit. So what we're trying to do there is get the bottom of that sort of rectus abdominis to pull up, and then get some of the musculature that's on the inside to kind of create this tension. Now, from that position, I want you to hold and then try and breathe into that contraction. So you're basically trying to breathe and press out against those muscles while those muscles are trying to press in. And what we're trying to do there is basically create just a battle internally. So the muscles are trying to press in at the same time that the air is pressing out. And what you should feel there is actually like a pretty sort of intense contraction. And that is basically how we're going to try and create stability through the trunk. And basically, when we create that stability there, what that's going to allow us to do is keep the torso from moving, keep the upper body from moving, and actually allow us to put the force that we want through the muscles that we're trying to get to work. The more stable that you are through the midsection here, the more you're going to be able to actually get your bum involved, get the musculature of the legs involved, because you're not losing contact with the load through the midsection. So you're keeping this guy tight, which is going to allow you to get more power out of that lower body. This is something that you can do at home. This is something that you can do anywhere. You can do it sitting at your desk. You can do it, anywhere that you see fit, and it's going to allow you to basically get more out of your training when you do go back to the gym. I know a lot of us are kind of stuck at home and without access to equipment right now, but this is something that you can practice anywhere. And it's like, even if you're sitting at your desk during work, this is something that you can sort of work on and do. And it's a great way to sort of learn how to actually use your core properly, so that when you go back to training, you're able to get more out of it, and you're able to do it safely. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. If you have something that you want us to cover, please leave a comment. I'm always happy to spend some time to make a little video that's going to help you out. Have a great rest of your day.